Hello, this is John Kvale, and yes, this is an interesting video. This is our April capital market and financial planning review. Happened to be up at the office. I don't know if you could see. It was in the wind temp. The temperature was actually in the low 50s, but the wind chill was in the 40s. It was a little overcast. It was supposed to get warmer. Had some stuff to do at the office, so I decided I would try this at the office, and I found many long followers, you know that I'm always doing this out and about. So a lot of you maybe haven't seen the office setup. I have a big screen TV here, and so we run our virtual calls. But I'm using the video, and I'm casual. It's a Saturday, so this will post on Monday. But this is kind of the office. Why all the monitors? For those of you that don't know, we use very little paper. We scan everything. But it's a good picture of the office and kind of where I work. So this is the pilot's office or the bird seat or whatever you want to call it. I am going to turn this way and move myself down. So you're going to get a back shot, but it'll be much smaller. So we're going to go up in the corner. And here we go. Let's get to the actual post. This is a great post, and hopefully by the way, I've got a remote mic that I always use that attempts to give good audio. Cyber fraud. So back again, this is the April review. This is probably going to be a little longer with that intro. I apologize. Bear with me. It'll be worth it. I promise. We do this in a video, audio, podcast type of review, and it gives granularity to the articles and updates to the articles that I wrote during the month. And for those of you driving down the wheel, keep your hands on driving down the road. Keep your hands on the wheel for safety. Here we go. All right. Cyber fraud reminder. I attended a almost 5 hour. You would think that would be terrible, but it was actually very, very good and likely will make more emphasis in the newsletter cyber seminar that was in person with a lot of folks from across the country. I'm just touching it. Those of you that are in listen only mode, I've got a post that I linked to. By the way, we've got a lot of newbies. That was part of the reason that I wanted to do this at the office. So folks that maybe haven't seen the office, again, I usually do these out on the road just for whatever reason. It's easier thinking. All right, I'm at 2.5 minutes, so I got to get going. Let's go. The thing that garnered the number one point that I wanted to reiterate about cyber is that 95% of the intrusions come from a click on an email accidentally. Hey, we can stop a big chunk of those just by doing that. All right, moving right along in the essence of time. Oh, excuse me, I'll try not to cough, but I get dry as I talk about this. Multiple different sources hit me over the month about the strength of the US dollar, and I wanted to reiterate this verbally because I did a post about it. And here's a link for those that are listening. I'm just hovering over the link to the post. And this is a chat GPT or Dolly created funny dollar with a strength graphic there. But US dollar, there certainly will be effects of the shutting down of the SWIFT code, which allows countries to wire money. It's the international codes that allow people to move money. If you shut somebody's SWIFT code down, they basically are locked to their own country. That was used in a recent conflict or is being used in a recent conflict, and that may give other countries that may have weaker affiliations to the U.S. reason to not have so much dependence. The falling off of the cliff of the dollar in the immediate term or in even the next few decades is likely very overstated. I even put this chart in here. True foreigners that live in foreign countries probably want the dollar to be weaker. It's been very, very strong. All right, let's get through this. So I'm going to try and do this before we hit the 5-minute mark. .com and ChatGPT comparisons. I actually did the writing of this last night. We had a really wicked weather come through. And I was saying, starting so young, Donald started in this with me when he was about 15 or 16, and I started in the industry when I was 20. So that's 3.5 decades ago. Yeah, you can do that. So I could say relatively young now. We're getting to see things repeat. They rhyme. The .com and the Chat GPT are certainly revolutionary and certainly will change the way we do things. But we're finding now that publicly traded companies and probably other companies that are privately are attaching Chat GPT to them to attract attention. The most important thing is just follow the revenues and not the narratives. And folks don't know exactly where the revenues are going to come. I do believe that it's going to be changing. This whole AI thing, there's going to be some bad uses of it, always is, but there's some really great uses of it. We're in the trial and error phase, and actually trial and verify phase. But is it going to revolutionize all of everything from making cookies to washing our car? No. So keep your eye on the ball and don't be swayed by some of the narratives. That's it. I'm a little over 5. Thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed the little bit better view of the office, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you at the end of the next month.